Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the joinDOTA Open round of 16. We're going to have the QPAD Red Pandas going up against, well, they're listed as QE in the game, they were TO in the joinDOTA Open match bracket. But it's Sharfik's new team. I'm not really sure. I haven't gotten to see them play, obviously, in the rest of the joinDOTA Open. Didn't really follow their particular team through the earlier stages of the tournament, but they are going to be here in this round of 16 against QPAD Red Pandas. It is still best of ones all the way to the grand finals, where it will be a best of three, so every team's got to play like their life is on the line here. There is no losers bracket. You lose a game, you drop the match, and you're out of the tournament. So, first ban phase already well underway, actually completed here. We got Nyx as well as Batrider being banned out by QPAD on the dire side with the second pick, and Wispin Nyx Assassin going to be QE banning out here. First pick going the way of QE on that Radiant side, and they are going to decide to ban or pick up the Magnus with their first pickup. So already going with the pretty strong team fight lamp as well as a pretty good laner. We'll see where they want to go with this and what QPAD really want to do about it. Obviously,
Reserve time.
Magnus a pretty powerful hero, one of the more highly valued in the pool right now. But we're seeing heroes like Keeper to Light not really get picked up like they once were, and actually being completely ignored here for the first 5 picks. Chen and Leshrac going to be the first two coming out from QPAD. We know they like to run those junglers like the Chen. We see them running it quite often in the recent past. And of course Leshrac, pretty powerful support, and QPAD just choosing to pick up 2 supports for their first 2 picks, not really revealing too much about where they want to go with their core heroes. Whereas QE, they're going to go with both Nature's Prophet and the Gyrocopter. So going to decide to pick up those particular heroes, basically looking at 3 cores just with Magnus, Nature's Prophet, Gyrocopter. My mic keeps muting and unmuting, and I'll fix that in a moment. I'm sorry about that. Actually, let's do it right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully that fixes it for you. Oh, whatever. But we are going to see Puck now coming out as the last pickup for this first picking phase from QPAD Red Pandas. So probably who we're going to see in the mid lane for them. We'll see if they want to run in the off lane. But I feel like most of the time we're seeing Puck picked up by him, or by QPAD. It's played by Sing Sing in the middle lane. I haven't seen Select play Puck. I'm sure he could, but who knows? Wouldn't be too surprised to see him be able to play Puck. Pretty tricky hero, but we almost always see him mid as of late. And now we have the second ban phase going to come underway here. Keeper Light, the first ban out coming from QPAD. They know that they're going to be looking for those supports with the Gyrocopter, Nature's Prophet, Magnus first 3 picks. While as QPAnDas, they already got both their supports. They're probably looking for some sort of farmer for their sort of tri-lane. They're going to have, Chen obviously jungling, but still sort of a tri-lane, and then they'll probably want an off-lane for Select to handle. And we're seeing both Lone Druid and Lycan coming out as the bans from QE, so really trying to take out these pretty aggressive pushing heroes. They already know that the Chen and the Leshrac are picked up on QPAnDas. Those are both heroes that are pretty good at pushing. Leshrac, of course, with the Edict, and Chen just having creeps. Typically stacking those auras, has the ultimate to heal the creeps up, and neutral creeps, they're pretty good at tanking towers, it turns out. Shadow Demon going to be the ban from QPAnDas, and the last ban from QE was Juggernaut. We're looking for the last pick up here now. Our last ban from QPAnDas. I'm getting distracted reading chat. And it's gonna, we'll see what they want to go for, if they're going to continue just bang out the support heroes. Shadow Demon, obviously, one of the stronger ones left in the pool. Not a ton of great ones left, and what they end up banning out here might just be a decision
Reserve time.
on what they want to run, what they're really afraid of going up against. Wouldn't be too surprised to see maybe something like a Rubik banned out here. Rubik not particularly good against their team thus far, but if they want to pick up something like the Faceless Void that we see them run from time to time, Rubik is pretty decent. Of course, Cornersphere doesn't affect the Faceless Void, but it does affect the rest of his team, and if you can get a good stun off on them, it does help turn the team, sort of cancel out that ultimate. But they are eventually just going to go with the Bane Elemental. Maybe a sign that they want to pick up a hero that likes to get those BKBs. And there comes the Rubik pick from QE, so I don't think that's particularly surprising. Maybe QPAnDas is just a little bit more worried about the Bane with that Fiend's Grip ability than having the Spell Steal from Rubik. And now QPAnDas, they got to think about where they want to go. Are they going to pick up their carry here? I would be kind of surprised to see them go with that right now. Probably wait till the last pick to really pick up their carry, reveal exactly where they're going.
Remaining.
It's a little bit safer to just pick up their off laner here at the moment.
5 seconds
And they have to think about where they want to go with that. Clockwork, a pretty good hero against Magnus. We've seen Select play Clockwork pretty often. And it's certainly possible they could run that Clockwork in this particular instance. Some other heroes. Bounty Hunter is a pretty aggressive hero. He's not particularly good at pushing, which with Chen and Leshrac, you kind of think they want to go that route. But they could also just sort of back off. They'll have that pushing power even if they want to try and take some team fights. And they're eventually going to go with Darkseer, so getting a little bit more team fight. Darkseer pretty good at comboing up with Leshrac. If you can time that vacuum into the Split Earth pretty well, it's definitely a powerful stun. You can pull a lot of people into that tight space, and then the Split Earth can hit on all of them. It does a lot of damage, as well as stunning them. And then, of course, Puck having a lot of AoEs that you can sort of just toss on top of it, do as much damage as possible. QE now looking for the last hero again, probably going to be a support, and then we'll see Magnus mid, Nature's Prophet offlane, Gyrocopter farming the safe. They could also run aggressively, of course, depending on what their last pickup is. Wouldn't be too surprised to see something pretty aggressive here. Maybe Alina would be a good pick. With the current lineup, give some more AoE. They already have quite a bit with Magnus, as well as Gyrocopter. Being able to toss that Light Strike Array on top of the Magnus ultimate, pretty good damage. And of course the burst that comes off from Laguna Blade, always useful in team fights. But they're still sitting around thinking about what they want to go for here. They still have quite a bit of reserve time left to think about it. I'm really expecting to just see some sort of kind of like AoE stunny type support here. Someone that can really bring some pressure, maybe even some roaming potential with that Rubik, especially if they decide to run the Gyrocopter in the safe lane. They know they're going to be going up against the Darkseer. It's not going to be the absolute greatest lane for them to match up against. They're going to go with Earthshaker, actually a pretty decent hero against the Darkseer. Darkseer kind of relying on the Surge to run away. If you can get a Fissure block off, it's pretty good at stopping Darkseer from really being able to run away, get out of the fight like he likes to in the lane. Gyrocopter, and of course Earthshaker does have good AoE with that Echo Slam when the ult goes off. If they can get it, maybe Magnus getting a couple hits
10 seconds remaining.
with his reverse play, catching a few heroes in that. You get a big Earthshaker ult, and Gyrocopter ult do a lot of magic damage. So not a terrible lineup, but Earthshaker, you know, he's a melee hero. He's not the strongest support in lanes. Probably a sign that they're going to be running Gyrocopter in the safe lane. Just send Nature's Prophet to the off lane. Probably end up abandoning. And QPAnDas also probably going to be running that safe tri lane. They go with Dragon Knight, actually. Not one of the heroes I would have guessed. Really not one of the heroes I would have guessed for them to go here. But that's going to be their carry. We'll probably see him matched up with the Leshrac in that safe lane. And with that, we do have the lineup set. Sven to complete the blue strat. I wish. And we'll wait for these players to get their heroes picked up, and then we can get to the game. Zappinating. Taking a little bit more time for QPAN, maybe, you know, trying to take advantage of this time that they have to talk over what they want to do, where they want to lane. I think their lanes are pretty obvious,
10 seconds
especially with Sing Sing picking up Puck. Of course, they could always run those swaps, but it does feel like their lanes are kind of set up, particularly because they have that Chen pickup. You know he's going to be running in the jungle. Not a hero that we see running in sort of the offensive jungle very often. It's really, really risky. They could try and do it and maybe disrupt the Nature's Prophet farm. It's a ballsy play. And we're going to have a quick pause coming out as we get ready to go. It looks like they're talking about what they want to do. Some arrows being drawn on the map, ping coming out from Charo. Both teams taking the strategic pause, tactical pause. start the game. That's become kind of common in the competitive scene as of late. A lot of teams don't really complain about it. No DDoS anymore, hopefully. Hopefully no DDoS. I would like to cast this game. Shoutouts before we go. Guys, I'm not dropping any frames at all at the moment, so if there's any lag, it is on your side or Twitch's. Which means there's not a lot I can do about it. Let's go over the players and the heroes now that this pause is over and we get back to the game gets started here. We got Sing Sing for QPAD on the dire side, playing the puck. Mini gonna be taking up the Chen. Select on the Darkseer. Wagamama on the Dragon Knight, excuse me, and Jarek's finally going to be on the Leshrac. For the Radiant side, they're smoked up. We got Sharvik taking up the Magnus, Lamo on the Gyrocopter. Talento de Barrio on the Rubik, Fatal with a cross for a T on the Earthshaker, and they're 4 smoked up heading into the dire jungle here, and they're about to find Jarek's. Jarek's in some trouble, gonna get telekinesis. There's the fissure as well. Rocket Barrage doing enough damage. First Blood going the way
30 seconds
of
to
QE
battle.
up in the dire jungle. So the
Dire's
4-man smoke
structures
working
are
out for him. Kind of a
fortified.
weird place to find a Leshrac out. Not really a place you would expect to really find someone, but I guess they maybe knew something I didn't. And there was one last player. It's going to be Nature's Prophet, of course, which is being played by HS Triple Plus. So he's just going to sit in the fountain, which is a good sign that he's never even intending to head to that top lane. So it does look like they're going to dual lane mid with the Leshrac and the Dragon Knight. It's going to be kind of tough for the Magnus to really get the farm that he wants. Meantime, the supports are starting to make their way down towards that bottom lane. We'll see if they actually commit to it, or if they hang out and try and stay around this mid lane, maybe expecting something to come up here. They're going to drop a Clarity, maybe for Magnus, possibly for Nature's Prophet. And now we're going to have QE see the way these lanes are actually coming up here. It is going to be Wagamama and Jarek's in this mid lane on the Dragon Knight and Leshrac respectively. And that's going to really be annoying for Sharvik here. He's going to want those last hits, but he has to be careful. If he gets caught by splitters, he's going to take some harass. And unfortunately, Jarek's catches it right when the creep wave dies. So not going to be able to do too much about it. Meantime, there's a ward placed in this large camp, which is going to stall Chen up a little bit. He still does have this camp, which is going to spawn a Satyr that he can rely on. There's going to be a stun in Sharvik. Be in a little bit of trouble, just taking some harass. The Split Earth was still on cooldown from Jarek's, which means he probably landed it to set that up. But keeping Magnus back, he does have enough last hits now to get that bottle. Only bought the couple branches to try and save it for as quickly as possible. Just going to bottle up and immediately start crowing, which will keep him in the lane a little bit more easily than previously. Nature's Prophet does head towards that top lane. He knows he's up against the puck, so it feels a little bit safer. There's a Dragon's Tail from Magnus. And now the Edict coming out from Jarek's. Trying to do whatever damage he can to Sharvik. It shouldn't really be enough. He's going to have the skewer momentarily, but it will keep him pretty far back. He's low on HP.
Dire's
Throws off
bottom
another
tower
shockwave
is
just to
under
get
attack.
the mana down, because he's going to be using that bottle immediately upon arrival, and then just sending it straight back. Meantime, they're already pressuring the tier 1 in the bottom lane. QE doing some good damage to it. Don't really have any heroes that you would think of as
Dire's
strong
bottom
pushers.
tower is under attack.
Nothing like a Leshrac, like a Chen that QPAnDas have. But they're killing off the creep wave pretty quickly with the Gyrocopter, with the Rubik. Having spells, even the Fissure coming out from Earthshaker, and that's going to be enough. Tower goes down. It's a
Dire's
pretty
bottom
fast
tower
tower,
has
2 minutes
fallen.
in. Taking it down and going to continue the push probably. It looks like there's a ping for defense coming out from QPAnDas. They know that there's no real reason for them to stop. QE
Dire's
can just keep
bottom
going.
tower is under attack.
That's a lot of early gold to receive for basically free. There's this Splitter's going to land Sharvik again. There's a Dragon Tail canceling off that skewer, and that's going to be his death, even with the skewer pulling him back. Does some more damage to Wagamama, but he will lose his life. In the meantime, Select has made his way down this bottom lane after being in the jungle, trying to stop this push for as long as possible, throwing some Iron Shell out, but there's just so much damage
Dire's
coming out
bottom
from this
tower is
tri-lane
under
on
attack.
QE's side. They will just clear that creep wave off very, very quickly. The Iron Shell doing what it can to stall up the push, but Select starting to ping. He knows he needs someone else down here. It's down to 300 health already. The Nature's Prophet, he's up there, keeping the push from happening on his own tower with these treants Sing Sing on the puck. Not going to be able to really do a ton. There's another Iron Shell going to be used. Lamo going to try and attack it a little bit, but it looks like they might be giving up on the push, or maybe just waiting a moment, get a little bit more momentum, make sure that the creep equilibrium when they try and push in. It's a little bit farther from the tower. Another Iron Shell going to be dropped. Let's see, mid lane. Jarek's continuing to do some damage to Sharpik. He's got his bottle back as well as some boots picked him now, so he's not doing the worst in terms of last hits. We can see his 13. So maybe not getting shut down as much as the QPAD would like. But Wagamama getting significantly more last hits, and Puck currently leading the board up in this top lane. Gotta get that catapult as well. Mini going for a little stack, they're gonna miss it unfortunately. Wasn't quite able to pull it far enough.
Haste.
Haystrom gonna be found in the lower river by Earthshaker. Probably nothing will come of that. He's just gonna run around. Make sure that no one else finds it, and Jarek's did head down there. He has a bottle picked up, so he'll have to crow. Pretty typical of when you're running these dual lanes mid, the support can grab a bottle because he'll basically just have free reign to rune control. He can just wander around and get runes. He doesn't need to be in lane all the time. Anytime he gets some free experience just going the way of his carry, and you know, if the enemy team especially doesn't know where he is, it's pretty much fine if he hangs out a little bit. And there's finally a push coming out in this top lane. We'll see if maybe Leshrac wants to make his way up here as well to help. The creep wave is being cut off, but unfortunately these treants are being a hassle for any sort of pushing that's going on, trying to pull the creep wave away. Sing Sing might be in some trouble. He's going to phase shift out and ends up going around. Dreamcoil getting it dropped on Sharpik, but Mini going to lose his life with that rotation. Sharpik trying to chase, and one last bop from the Nature's Prophet, going to get the kill.
Life will make its home amongst your bones.
Not really sure why Rubik ported as well. Probably wasn't necessary. Select needs to be careful, taking quite a bit of damage from Lamo, getting chased off, and the tier 2 is going to go down as well. Looks like Select will be able to get away. With that surge, now an Edict coming off from Jarek, so they're going to do some damage to this tier 1 in the mid lane. A little bit more high priority of a tower target, taking out some of these mid towers rather than the off lane ones. Just garners a little bit more map control stolen away, but not really going to be able to do it yet. Did about 300 damage, it's definitely some good chip damage. But going to take several more pushes before they're able to really get it down if they're going to just back off right away. It doesn't look like they're really willing to commit yet. Wagamama going for the Dragon Tail and Breathe Fire build. No points of Dragon Tail at all yet, and maybe gonna get punished here with that reverse player laying out. Gonna get the Dragon Tail off on Sharvik. The homing missiles coming through. Wagamama gonna lose his life. Magnus getting the last hit with the Shockwave. HS just kind of pouring in at the last second. Almost has his Midas up, so doing pretty well for himself as well. Gotta have that Midas pretty quickly. Maybe a little bit more early than if he had just been in the jungle, but he was up against solo Puck in that top lane. Not the most threatening of lanes. It's not a terrible matchup for him. Didn't end up against a tri-lane like he originally thought he would. And this tier 1 in the mid lane gonna go down. Another tower going the way of QE in this mid lane. So 3-0 the tower lead now for QE, and a 3-1 kill score. And it looks like they're gonna continue this push into the tier 2. No reverse polarity for another 60 seconds. Jarek's going to go for the splitter. If lands it on Fatal, probably not their target really. The Earthshaker. Because even if you harass the Earthshaker back, you're probably not going to stop this push. You need to get heroes like the Gyrocopter back. And we're going to see Rubik actually port out. They're actually porting to this top lane trying to defend their tier 1. They did about 3/4, 4/5 of the damage to this tier 2 in the mid lane. There's a catapult continuing to hit it. Getting another about 80 damage in that maybe they need to let get in. Lamo moving down to this bottom lane, the Gyrocopter once again. Looks like Select had cut off this creep wave, trying to put some pressure. So QE are sort of being forced back a little bit by QPAnDas just pressuring their other two lanes. They don't want to give up too many towers just to kill the tier 2, and in reality they did a lot of damage. So next time they push, it's going to be quick, easy, mostly painless for the rest of their towers. To take this one out and really kind of just take control away from QPAnDas on this bottom half of the map. And it looks like the is a moment with no one really attacking each other. Let's take a look at the golden experience graphs. Gold going to be favoring QE by about
Radiant's middle
3k
tower
gold.
is under attack.
Experience, however, going back the way of QPAnDas, just by about 1800. So not a huge lead on either side, but a bit of a lead. And that's probably mostly coming out to these supports on the side of QE, not really doing a ton. Oh, Wagamama trying to get in range for that breathe fire, just couldn't quite get it, so Sharpik gonna be able to get away with that skewer. Looks like he might have to head all the way back to base, maybe gonna just try and get this last experience with that shockwave. Gets a couple last hits. Wagamama just throwing the corrosive breath on the tower, do some damage. Smoke gonna be used in the mid lane. There was a sentry ward directly under Wagamama when it got used, so they know. There's a lot of pings coming up. Maybe they're hoping that someone comes here, tries to farm this creep wave. Wagamama's gonna reveal himself now. Maybe aware that the jig is up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top tier 1 continuing to take damage. Things are going to dodge that shockwave. Sharpik thinking about going in. There's going to be the reverse polarity. No, the silence is there from Sing Sing and then the reverse polarity. The ult from Mini comes out a little too early, I think. Dreamcoil going to drop on Sharpik. Keep him in place for a moment. He's going to break it. There's the illusory orb as well. Going to be his death. Now Sing chasing after Rubik, trying to do whatever damage he can. And the silence, there's a kill for Sing Sing. So 2 kills in the top lane as well as the tower going down. Did it get denied? No. Leshrek, or Chen got the last hit. Leshrek finished off the mid tier 1 as well. So they got 2 towers out of that. Also got 2 kills. Only lost their support Chen. Managed to pick off the Magnus as well as the Rubik. So a pretty good fight going the way QPAnDas there. Helping to secure them a little bit more control of this game. It was kind of feeling like maybe they weren't getting as much done as they'd really like. Sing Sing hasn't really started moving yet on the puck. Has the treads up as well as 1800 gold. Take a quick look at net worth. Comment on these items a little bit. We have the drums up on Gyrocopters as well as phase boots, so a pretty aggressive build coming out here. Not going for the treads, but going very quickly with both the phase boots and the drum of endurance. And support's coming into this mid lane from QPAD once again. Nothing really picked up by Wagamama yet on this Dragon Knight. Not doing particularly well on farm. Has the boots of speed as well as drum of endurance, so probably going for treads. Would be surprised if we saw the phase boots coming out from him. Dragonform going to get popped by Wagamama. I'm kind of surprised to see that he's actually going to commit that here. And there's going to be the Dragon Tail after the surge from Select. They're going on Llama. There's going to be a skewer from Sharpik as well. Not really too much of anything. Call down going to be used. Doesn't really land on anyone. Wagamama continue to chase. Here comes Sing Sing. Illusory Orb going to fly through, doing some damage. It looks like he'll probably get Rubik. In the meantime, he's going to lose his life. However, Dreamcoil going to get dropped on too. Rubik surviving. Sing Sing chasing in the back of the fight. Not really going to be able to get anything. And a lot of heroes low on QE's side, but they're all going to survive. In the meantime, they pick off the Dragon Knight, who just kind of gets left out on his own. Caught in some trees. Jarrek's really low on HP after that homing missile lands, as well as the shockwave from Magnus. And they're going to get the deny on the tower. But they do lose another tower. They, by all means, lose that fight. Cast a lot of abilities, don't get anyone down, and actually lose their carry in the process. Sharpik moving up towards that top lane. He almost has enough money for his Blink Dagger puck. Almost has enough for his as well. So we'll probably see some Blink Dagger fights coming out in the near future from those 2 particular heroes. Sing Sing should have the gold with that. We'll see if that's what he wants to go for. I'd be kind of surprised to see anything else, but maybe he thinks he doesn't need it right now, or maybe he thinks some other item will be more useful for his team, but heading into the side shot, probably going to be Blink Dagger. Yeah, there it is. Gonna get lifted up by the Rubik. There's the silence. Sing Sing's taking quite a bit of damage, trying to get away. 1 second on the blink, going to be able to get out. Homing missile going to be following, but he's already in good shape. So we'll be perfectly fine. In the meantime, they also know there is a push coming out in this top lane. With the 4 heroes from QE up here, the only one not up here actually is Nature Prophet, who's in that bottom lane trying to stall up Select from pushing into this tier 1 bottom. And Nature Prophet going to come top lane now. Looks like there's going to just be a tower trade. Tier 1s in respective safe lanes. First one going down the way of the Radiant, now Select. Trying to do some damage, but there's going to be ports not fast enough. Darkseer, what is he doing? Oh, maybe just waiting for support to show up. And Rubik, no mana, Has a guy with Iron Shell just standing next to him. That's going to be his death.
Radiant
Giant
structures
line
are
being drawn on the map by
fortified.
Mini. And it looks like this tier 1 going to be completely easy to kill off. Call down going to be used. It lands on Jarex, that's really it. Llama trying to do what he can. Silence is there. As well as the vacuum. Llama taking a lot of damage. Reverse player going to catch on 3, however. The ult from Chen keeping them alive. Skewer going to do a lot of damage as well. As the Rocket Barrage trying to take him down, but Gyrocopter going to lose his life. And double kill from Sharfik with that shockwave. Probably not the best idea to stand in a perfect line with each other. Shark trying to get away. Split Earth gonna miss. Loser Earth gonna miss, but Chen is there. Gets the kill. Ends up being a sloppy fight, but it does go the way of QPAnDas. They get the tower, they get a bunch of kills. Especially important kills on the heroes like Magnus, on the Gyrocopter, doing particularly well in farm. And Sing Sing once again surviving the fight on this Puck. Looks like he's gonna pick up a Void Stone, probably a sign that the next thing we're seeing come out from him is going to be that Scythe of Eyes. Still a long ways off. We're not going to see it in the near future, obviously, as Void Stone is just the cheapest of items, of components there, costing 900 gold as opposed to over 2,000 for the other two parts. But continuing to get his farm on while his carry is down. Wagamama has the treads finally up, but still not really feeling like he's contributing that much to this team. And Gyrocopter a lot more farm than him at the moment. So definitely something we're going to have to worry about if we go later and later into the game. The Gyrocopter getting farm, whereas Dragonite really not doing too much at the moment. Some pinks coming out on Wagamama, like they might have an idea of what's going on, this ward. Seeing that rotation towards the top lane from a couple heroes on the QE side. Lamo has a Ring of Aquila picking up now, as well as an Ogre Club, so we're going to be seeing a BKB as the first kind of big item coming up from the rest of these. All being relatively cheap by comparison. Giant lines being drawn on the map once again from Select. Do they want to defend it? Nature's Prophet making his way up here as well. This is their last outer tower. Sing Sing going to throw in a loser up, trying to stall up the push as best he can. Kill off the creep wave, but with these Nature's Prophet treants here, they can take up the tower and their heroes delay his damage. And really, it looks like they're just going to try and get what they can elsewhere on the map, dealing damage to this tier 2 bottom. There's already a part coming in there, as well as the tier 2 in the mid lane, not getting a ton done. Looks like Mini going to lose his life, actually. Sharfik there with a stolen Iron Shell. Seems strong. Ends up getting that kill on the Chen, and now trying to kill off all these Chen creeps. Can't really get away. Free farm for Shark. Shockwave finishes it up. Meantime, the rest of QPAD are kind of on the back foot, retreating now. They dropped a ward in the Radiant Jungle to see if anyone heads in there. Those sweet, sweet Shadow Demon wards, and that leaves Select feeling like he can just farm the jungle, apparently. He's got that mech up. Missed any other big pickups? There's a mech up on Nature's Prophet as well. Yeah, looks like that's mostly it. Chen going for that fast ags about halfway there. But not going to have it in the near future if he keeps dying. And running out of places to really farm. He's kind of relying on tower gold, I think, to get there. Going to have to also rebuild his creep army, and that's while this is going on from Nature's Prophet. Dragonite, he's farming over here, killing off creeps that maybe Chen could use.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So going to be a little time before he really gets anything going for himself once again. In the meantime, it looks like maybe a Roche attempt coming out here from QE. They're hanging out near it. It looks like they might be setting up. Gyrocopter's here as well. Only level 9. So, not particularly high up in the levels department. But here we go. Nature's Prophet treants. They're going to start tinking it up. Fatal coming in on the Earthshaker as well. Doing what damage you can. There's no wards up from QPAnDas to see this. The closest one they have is this one down here. Nature's Prophet porting in as well. So it looks like this Roche attempt going to go completely uncontested from QPAnDas. Just pinging coming all over the place. And finally, Sing Sing being like, hey guys, yeah, they're probably doing Roshan. We haven't seen any of them on the map. They're not in their jungle. We have this ward over here. Pretty good sign that they're in that Roche pit. And Wagamama not really in a place. Here comes the loser over. Sing Sing gonna go in. There it is. Kills off the Earthshaker instantly. The Split Earth gonna land as well. Sing Sing trying to do whatever he can. Taking a lot of damage. The cooldown's there. The Earth only gonna land on one. Sharfik trying to do what he can. The ult comes through from the Chen, keeping them in good health for now. Gyrocopter in the meantime did pick up the Aegis. He's gonna lose the Aegis for now. HS looks like he might get away. They're chasing after him. But but they have to worry about this gyrocopter on respawn too. Are they going to continue chasing? It looks like Nature's Prophet will lose his life. In the meantime, Limo, gyrocopter, he's just trying to take Select out with him, and he looks like he's going to succeed. Select goes down. Wagamama, actually Chen getting the last hit. So full team wipe for QE. They do end up getting the Aegis, but they lose it immediately. QPAnDas only losing the couple heroes in the form of the Darkseer and the Leshrac. So pretty big fight for them to take. 12 to 11 now the kill score. And gonna help pull a pretty substantial lead. We'll give it a minute to update on these golden experience graphs and then take a quick peek. You can see that Sing Sing on the puck is currently leading in terms of net worth as well as levels. He's going for a gank on Fatal as well. Not sure what happened there. Feels like the sort of hero he should be able to successfully gank. And he actually picked up a Perseverance, so it looks like we might be seeing a Lincoln's come out from him. Not really sure why he wants the Lincoln so badly. Sing Sing now going to get pulled up. And immediately upon going down, ports that illusory orb he had already thrown out. Just got to it in time. So he'll be out fine. Not a ton that Rubik can really do about it, especially not if Earthshaker not willing to commit the mana. He's kind of fearing for his life. Didn't want to throw out that fissure.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Gyrocopter
been
can get the
denied.
deny on the tier 2 in the bottom lane. Apparently it took a little more damage. Probably while this fight was going on here, we see the creep wave is pushing back this way, which is a good sign to hit that tower.
Strange
Sing
time
Sing
to hibernate.
getting kills on Rubik. These supports continue to just hang out in this top lane where they know Puck is just blinking on them
Radiant's
repeatedly.
top tower is under attack.
Ends up getting punished for it. Rubik not really looking super tanky. He has the hood with the normal Rubik head, so he's like the little thing sticking out. It's funny. Jarek's trying to get a little bit of farm in this mid lane. Chen get closer, yeah, ever closer to that Aghanim Scepter. As he did survive through that last fight. Got a bunch of assist kills. This was the last hit actually on the gyrocopter. Haystrom gonna spawn in the upper river. It looks like Jarek's gonna spot it out. I'm gonna let Sing Sing bottle it as he's the one holding onto the bottle now. His own, it would appear. And Wagamama has a bottle as well, so it looks like that was his bottle that Jarex was using in that mid lane. Maybe contributing a little bit to why he didn't have as much gold as I was expecting in that mid lane. I kind of thought Jarex might have bought it, but Wagamama was getting all the farm, so it's a little bit easier to get it in a relevant time frame for him than for the Leshrac, who was kind of just sitting there trying to dick the Magnus over. And it looks like there's going to be a fight going for this tier 2 in the top lane. Who's going to be able to get the most work done? QPAnDas, they've taken the last couple fights. They pulled the kill lead their away. Fortify's going to be there. Reverse player, you're going to catch on several. In the meantime, Sing Sing in a position where he can't do a ton, but he's keeping everyone back out of the fight. Keeping 2 heroes out, and in the meantime, Puck gets a kill on Earthshaker. Jarek's taking a lot of damage from the Rocket Barrage, and looks like he's going to lose his life. Lamo getting that last hit. Sing Sing running away, trying to do whatever damage he can. Gets the kill on the Rubik, now running with that haste from Wagamama. Getting chased by Lamo. The ult from Nature's Prophet going to land there. Dragon Tail is off from Wagamama, taking a lot of damage. Sing Sing going to get hit by a homing missile. Not what he wanted to see. Ends up surviving from that phase shift. And Dragonite gets the kill on Gyrocopter. So Sing Sing, is he still no deaths? No deaths on this puck. Proven to be too tricky for QE. They just can't get him down. He's been low several times now. In particular that fight, he was on the brink of death. 3,100 gold up on him. If he is going for that Lincoln's, he is quite close. Only a couple hundred gold left. Looks like he's thinking about blinking. Yeah. Nuking down some creep wave.
Silence.
More and more farm going his way. Dragonite picked up anything. He does want that BKB. It looks like he's 1,900, or rather 300 gold off. 60, yeah, 2,900. So 300 gold off. He will have it soon. Not going to give him a ton of damage in these fights, but he's getting tanky. He's starting to get those points in Dragon Blood that he kind of passed on early to get the damage from Breathe Fire. And that's going to really allow him to sit in these fights. The magic damage can't really take him out, and you know, QE doesn't do a lot else beyond magic damage at the moment. This Gyrocopter, he's still going for a BKB of his own, so he's not hitting too hard yet. Only a couple points in Empower on Magnus. He seems to be going for a refresher with that Oblivion Staff pickup. Walks over to this camp trying to farm it, I think. Doesn't really ally Gyrocopter just there. So the fight's continuing to go down. And we can take a look at Experience and Gold now. I didn't get a chance before that last fight. 8K, the experience lead for QPAnDas gold. Only about 1,500, so still really close. Really close. Chen, does he have that axe up yet? There's the Blade of Alacrity. So he'll have it up momentarily. Sing Sing getting his bottle couriered to him first. Does have that Lincoln's that we were mentioning earlier picked up. Hood of Defiance going to be up on Darkseer, so he's getting even tankier. Probably going for that pipe. Just to help his team out, there's quite a bit of magic damage that does come out from QE. Especially the Earthshaker with that Echo Slam, if he can ever get it off. Probably wishes he had a Blink Dagger. And probably going to be a long time before he actually gets that Blink Dagger, as he hasn't really been surviving in these fights. Gyrocopter, he's got that BKB. Still nothing really gone from there. Nature's Prophet has picked up a Shadow Blade now. And the thing about, Shadow Blade's a good pickup. It really kind of enables your split pushing. You feel a lot safer. They always have to be buying dust or sentries or something, even a gem, to be able to stop you really, otherwise you're going to get away completely free whenever they rotate in. But getting it so late because he picked up that mech first kind of hurts him. He hasn't been able to maybe have as much of an impact on the game as they were expecting or hoping for, I don't know. You spend the time to get the Midas, then you spend the time trying to farm back the Midas, get that mech, and you don't really do damage with the mech. Shadow Blade does help give you some of that damage. It helps kind of contribute some physical damage here. Both teams right now are on the opposite sides of the map. Looks like Wagamama not in a good spot. It's probably not where he wants to be. They all gonna come through from the Chen. Hopefully he did have his Aghanim, so it's only the 30-second cooldown. But it's only level 1 ult as well, so not gonna do a ton. And all 5 heroes from QE now leaving the top lane immediately. Will they get in a fight? I don't know. Looks like they're chasing. They know where they're at. Sing Sing gonna be the target. He throws out that illusory orb, gonna immediately blink away. He knows. Nature's Prophet gonna drop the trees on the ramp, slowing down these supports, trying to keep them alive. Sharvik's there. He's gonna get the skewer on Mini. The split Earth lands, however, as well. Another ult from Chen. Trying to heal himself back up. In the meantime, Sing Sing coming in the back of the fight. Immediately gonna blink out after doing whatever damage he can. Chen gonna lose his life. And so a pretty good chase coming up from QE. They're able to get the kills on just the Chen. Probably not the most high value of targets, but they're going to continue, it looks like. Sing Sing throwing out another illusory orb. Pings flying out everywhere as they know where everyone's at. Jarex, he has a TP scroll. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't just bailed yet. Maybe they're hoping to turn something around here. Catch someone out, maybe expecting that they won't really see it coming in. They're going to find him. Fatal. He's going to die. Sing Sing does spot him. All 4 heroes left from QE are up on top of this cliff near the Ancients. There's going to be the wall as well as the vacuum. And that's going to be the death of Rubik right off the bat. The BKB is there on Llama. They're chasing down Wagamama. He has a BKB of his own. Reverse player from Sharvik. Only going to land on Wagamama. In the meantime, Sing Sing going to chase him down. And there's the Dream Coil being used on him. It's his death. Nature's Prophet blocks, or pings the Lincoln Sphere. Actually might have been Gyrocopter with a homing missile. No, it looks like it was Nature's Prophet. But they all go down. Another full team wipe for QE. Just kind of maybe overstaying their welcome. They wanted to steal these stacks from Wagamama, who does have that level 2 Dragon form now. So we can do that AoE splash damage to clear this off pretty quickly. And they end up paying for it with their lives, 22-14 on the kill score in favor of QPAnDas. Pings coming from Jarex and his own teammates. Let's go, guys. Buddies. Sing Sing on the puck. Has a double damage rune bottle as well as 2,500 more gold. Continuing to just sort of dominate for his team.
Behold!
Nature's Prophet ult, not going to do a ton there except for breaking that Lincoln Sphere, harassing up maybe the creep wave a little bit to try and stall the push for as long as possible. Nature's Prophet, of course, did buy back from that fight, so lost a bit of gold there, and it looks like Rubik thinking about losing his life. Another kill for Sing Sing, 9-0. Now his kill score. Lusher getting the last hit on the tower, and only 1 tier 2 left. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet is pushing up at this top lane. They have to be concerned about the split push. Their tier 3 is exposed. It's only taken about 100 damage thus far. But it looks like they're not going to try and go high ground yet. They're going to get back, and Select Porting all the way back to the fountain wasn't able to maybe stop as much some damage from getting on this tower. Ends up losing about 300 more health. So the damage does add up, especially when you have a hero against like Nature's Prophet on the other team, who could just pour it up there and try and do that chip damage repeatedly anytime you try and do anything. And eventually that tower goes down, and then you exposed Rax, and things start getting out of your control pretty quickly. Puck wandering around farming the Radiant Jungle. Smoke was used by QE. They're moving around. And if Jarex doesn't start porting like now, and he immediately does, whew, to say he'd probably in a little bit of trouble, but he gets out of there. Sing Sing gonna spot out Rubik. And going to get out Rubik wisely using the Fade Bolt first to break the Lincoln Sphere, but Puck still pretty difficult to land a couple spells against. And Sing Sing will get away with his life once again. Wagamon continuing to farm. 2100 gold up beyond that BKB. We have about the same up on the gyrocopter. You can see the net worth almost dead even between the two heroes now. While Puck is just sitting about 2500 gold ahead. Looking pretty good for the QPAnDas lineup. A smoke of their own going to be used now. Only by 3 heroes to carry and the 2 supports. Sing Sing hanging out in that middle lane
Dire's
farming.
bottom tower is under attack.
And everyone, they're just heading into this Radiant Jungle. It looks like they're going to find out Llama. Silence is there, and Lincoln's going to be popped by the lift from Rubik. Dream Curl going to be dropped on Rubik. He's going to lose his life once again. So pickoff coming there, and that's a Roshan setup. If I've ever seen one. He had a kill. It's only on the support. They probably would have liked to have gotten the gyrocopter, but they forced him to teleport all the way back to the base, and also pop that BKB charge. Of course, the BKB charge is the only thing that kept him alive, so definitely a necessary action. And he's picked something up on the crate. It's a Demon Edge. Trying to get that damage. Not going to save for buyback. We'll see if that ends up coming back to bite him in the ass, as there's probably going to be a fight in the near future. Looks like this Roche attempt, there's not going to be any last-second engagement coming out from QE the way QPAnDas did for the last one.
Illusion.
And it will be a lot cleaner of an Aegis pickup for the carry this time.
Roshan
And they actually
has
give it
fallen
to
into
Jarex on the Leshrac. Alright, he is probably the most likely to die, and if he survives in these fights, they can shred towers a little bit more quickly than they might otherwise be able to. Wagamon not particularly likely to die anymore on this Dragonite. Went to go farm this Stacked Ancients, unfortunately his Dragon form just wore off. So probably would have liked that Red Dragon form, or maybe Lifesteal or anything, to be able to help get him through these Ancient Granite Golems. But killing him off nonetheless. He's got a Hyperstone up. I'm not sure if he's going to want to go AC or Mjolnir. Usually if you pick up the Hyperstone first, it's a good sign that you're going for the AC. And it's probably the right pick up here, as it does help them push through towers, and they kind of need whatever damage they can. Oh, Puck was down here. I didn't even notice him on the map. I just saw these enemy heroes, or the Radiant heroes. Okay, so Sing Sing finally gonna lose his life, gets in a fight with 4 heroes, gets punished. Oh man, people are gonna be mad at me for missing that. Busy talking about what Wagamama's doing on the Dragonite. Who got the last hit? Rubik. So that's easy 750 gold going his way. He probably appreciates it. How's Fatal doing? Still nowhere near that Blink Dagger. We do have the Refresher Orb coming out pretty soon from Magnus. Only a couple hundred gold away. We'll see. Probably want to evade fights for as long as possible. Try and get that up on him. They'd also, I'm sure, like this Blink Dagger to come out from Earthshaker, but as we can see, 1300 gold away. He hasn't really made any progress towards it in the last 10-15 minutes. Probably not seeing that come out. We have an Ultimate Orb as well as Boots of Travel up on Select now. Select getting those Boots of Travel just solely for the counter pushing ability, so he can blink or teleport back whenever this Nature's Prophet gets involved in the fight. Of course, it does have 3 times the cooldown, so you have to be worried about that. You can't just always port back, but if he walks back to base, he can hang out and then port to a creep to get back in the fight after he stops the push, if it is necessary to do so. Sing Sing wants to get Nature's Prophet, but he's going to be able to get away. There's nothing up on him. Ultimate Orb picked up on the Puck now, so he's only seeing like 600 gold away from having the Scythe of Eyes, which he is definitely going for this time with this Ultimate Orb pickup first. Would be quite surprised to see him go for anything else at this point. I'm like moderately surprised he picked up the Lincolns. It does save him from that lift from Rubik, which is kind of a big deal. Homing missile can also be a hassle. You can dodge it with phase shift pretty easily if you know it's coming, but sometimes it'll catch you by surprise. You don't notice it flying around being a nuisance.
Silence.
And all of QPAD's lineup pushing this bottom lane. Sing Sing sort of leading the pack, nuking down creep waves as quickly as possible. Essentially, we're going to be
Dire's
dropped
middle
by,
tower is under attack.
pinged out by Wagamama. So it looks like they're thinking about going high ground. In the meantime, two of their other lanes are being pushed in. Lamo as well as HS. Trying to put some
Dire's
pressure
middle
here.
tower
They
is
do
under
have
attack.
Darkseer hanging out, keeping the waves off the towers as long as possible. The Glyph going to be forced out on the Radiant side. Wagamama with that Dragon form up probably wants to continue hitting the tower if he can. Really haven't done too much, like 50 damage to that tower in the top lane.
Dire's middle
Maybe a
tower
couple
is under
hundred to
attack.
the mid tower. In the meantime, they're losing their bottom, so they might need to get involved here and try and force a fight. Wagamama doesn't have the Aegis. Reverse play gonna land on him. They want to get the skewer. I'm sure Wagamama going to get sent back by Chen. Jarek's caught in some trees. He does have the Aegis. Echo Slam gonna hit on nothing. Looks like they're gonna chase Jarek's down. He's gonna lose his life. Sing Sing not gonna be able to do a ton. Jarek's still alive actually. And there goes the pop on the Aegis. Is he trying to suicide the creeps? He's caught in a hole. Gets the split earth on actually two. The Pulse Nova doing good damage here. And eventually just gets sent out back by Chen. So no casualties from either side. They do end up losing the Aegis, but take about half the damage off this tower in the bottom lane, as well as forcing out a ton of ults from the QE lineup. As well as the refresher. The second ult was not used, but he did pop the refresher immediately. I don't know if he ran out of mana. That does seem likely since it costs more than his entire mana pool to ult refresher ult. Still got 887, it costs 975. And he might have used something like Shockwave as well, I'm not sure. But it does have that ult still off cooldown, probably regretting a little bit that he popped the refresher orb. It does have a longer cooldown. Did Puck just? No, okay. It was probably the illusory orb thing. I thought I heard him drop Dream Coil and I was really surprised. And the line gonna come off. This is the way we should go, guys. All the way down the bottom lane. And continue pushing in the bottom lane. Checking some farm maybe. Gonna leave it for Wagamama. Is he getting close? Probably that was the goal. Yeah, that was the goal he needs for the AC. So gonna wait for that to get to him and then probably try and force the fight. Gyrocopter is going big. Fellows. Big is where we're going. Gyrocopter has the rapier. He went Demon Edge and it's like, alright, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win it. Awesome. So they're going to pick up the rapier, and we'll see how everyone reacts to that in the chat in 2 minutes when we get to see it. No one wants to lose a game to Gyrocopter with Divine Rapier. He does have the BKB. What's he have 5 seconds? 7-second charge still. Hasn't used it maybe as many times as he could have. QPAnDas haven't forced that BKB to be popped as often as they might have liked. Nature's Prophet has a Scythe of Eyes up. Puck has one as well. In the meantime, let's look at buybacks. Earthshaker, the only one in the game with buyback. 1,300, 1,400 gold up on him. Is getting ever closer to that Blink Dagger. Ever closer to the Blink Dagger. Sing Sing going to do some damage with the illusory orb. The creep waves from both sides getting killed off by respective nukes. Looks like illusory orb was stolen there
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
by the Rubik, so going to be able to help kill off the creep wave as well. Here comes the damage. Reverse Polarity coming off from Sharpik. He has the refresher, but no mana. Once again, he can't double ult. Second set of mana boots come out. Fatal trying to get the Echo Slam off. Not going to be able to. The second Shockwave or Reverse Polarity is. They're going to catch on 3. The damage coming out from Lamo is huge because of this Divine Rapier select going down. It looks like taking a lot of damage, but Lamo in a lot of trouble. Wagamama continuing to lay into him. They're going to back off for the moment. Wagamama going down. Sing Sing trying to do what damage he can. Gets the kill, but the Rapier is on the ground. And it gets picked up by Nature's Prophet, so they will have the rapier once again.
Puck out.
God giveth. God.
HS does get the kill on the Puck in the meantime eventually. 28-19 now the kill score. Select porting back to the base with his boots of travel to keep these creep waves off the tower.
Pounce and run.
Alright, so everything kind of status quo here. The tower barely alive. Talento trying to like fake deny it, ends up accidentally attacking it once. So it's even closer. 210 now. Basically one auto attack from anyone is going to take that down. There is a gem picked up on the Rubik. Hanging out. And it looks like we have a second. Let's look at how the gold and experience of gold. Only 5k in favor of QPAnDas. Experience is, however, quite a large margin. 15k the experience lead. I guess it's 40 minutes in, so it's obviously not the largest lead. But it's still quite substantial. Those levels are important in these fights. We see Puck is the highest level by a rather large amount. 22. He's got 21 in the Nature's Prophet. Kind of the heroes you expected to be doing a lot of work in this game. Nature's Prophet with the Scythe of Ice as well. 2,500 gold. Puck decided to pick up a Ghost Scepter. Sing Sing, tired of all this Divine Rapier bullshit. Hates getting hit by the flat cannons. Darkseer picking up a Scythe of Ice of his own. The double scythe can be rather useful in these fights. And the Helmet of the Dominator is going to be there on the Gyrocopter, so now he's going to have the lifesteal to pair up with that 500 damage he does on attack in 1,000 AoE. That no big deal Rapier Gyrocopter. Sing Sing is in the bottom lane. Looks like they're pushing the bottom lane once again. I wonder if they're going to commit to it or if they're going to go back and just try and force Roche out after pushing the wave up a little bit. They do have all their heroes here. There's some smoke on a few. Swallow one of them. Yep. It's actually everyone but Sing Sing. Maybe hoping they'll initiate on him. I don't think that's particularly likely. And they're immediately just going to head back for the Roche Pit now. They know he's respawning. Wagamama's going to walk in and find him coming back to life right before his eyes. This is Cheese Roshan, number 3 of the game. And we'll see who they end up giving it to, if they're going to drop the Aegis and Jarix once again, or maybe pop it on Sing Sing, even Wagamama. Maybe give the cheese to Sing Sing, Wagamama get the Aegis, who knows. There are a lot of ways they could do this.
A healing hand.
It's also, I think maybe Cheese is better than Wagamama, especially if he's in dragon form taking a lot of physical damage. You don't want to lose that dragon form, and yeah, they end up giving the cheese to him and Leshrac takes the Aegis. It's kind of relying on Sing Sing to continue to be difficult to kill, which is probably a fair assumption. He's not the most likely to go down, and he does have that Ghost Scepter as well now to try and keep himself alive. There are a lot of heroes. Are they going to go just for a base race? Lamo is up here as well. The tier 3 going to go down this top lane. Gyrocopter getting the kill. And ports are coming back. QPAnDas, they don't want to go for it. They know, they fear it. The Divine Rapier Gyro base race is not fun. It's not the way you want to lose a game. The wall going to be dropped. Hits on Gyrocopter, summons the illusion, who hits rather hard, but not doing a ton beyond that. Dreamcourt is going to land. In the meantime, Reverse Player is going to land on a couple. They're trying to get the second one off, but there is the Sheepstick. They're killing off Sharfik. Puck, in the meantime, has already gone down. Sharfik going to lose his life to Echo Slam, laying off several. Wagamama trying to do whatever damage he can. The vacuum is there. Wagamama needs to continue going in. The cheese is going to be used. Lamo taking a lot of damage. Can they get him down? He's still alive. Goes down. Leshrac gets the kill. Double kill. And Nature's Prophet steals the Divine Rapier in Shadowblade in the midst of the entire enemy team and ports out. The Rapier is still in QE's hands. It ends up being a 4-for-1 trade in favor of QPAnDas, but they continue to not be able to get that Rapier. Oh, this Nature's Prophet is too tricky. He's too tricky. So, Nature's Prophet, or the Divine Rapier, going to be once again dropped in the fountain. Waiting for Gyrocopter for when he gets back.
Come to me.
So we'll have that damage once again. This time there won't be cheese up on Wagamama to rely on. The Aegis won't be there. And the Aegis still will be there. As I say, Jarix didn't use it. So, going to have no cheese on Wagamama. That's really what won them the fight. Kind of an issue. Kind of an issue. I don't know how they're going to kill this Gyrocopter if it keeps going this way. They need to get that Rapier, even if they just kill it. Like that, can you not destroy Rapiers anymore? They might have changed that actually. And everyone just hanging out once again, trying to farm up. HS, he's got 6,000 almost gold. Will we see a rapier of his own coming on this Nature's Prophet? He hasn't really been dying. And the more damage they get out, it might just be a huge base race that comes out from both sides. But QPAnDas, they're in this bottom lane. They're going to go for this tier 3 once again. It's one hit from dead. So it won't be an issue to really take it down. It's got 20 HP. I wouldn't be surprised to see the deny just come out. Yep, Gyrocopter denies it off. He's got that flag cannon up as well. It's already doing a ton of damage. Wagamama laning these barracks, however. Glyph is going to be forced out. And here we go. The barracks taking damage from this Dragon Knight once again. Wall going to be dropped. It looks like Dragon Form was stolen by Rubik. Kind of hilarious, but not doing a ton beyond it. You think take down this melee ranks. Wagamama going to be on the other side of the fissure, not where he really wants to be, but is able to get out alive. Edict from Jarek's going to finish off the melee ranks. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet is pushing up this top lane.
A healing hand.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
And I see that it's now 2 minutes after that fight in the top lane as the chat is exploding about how terrible QPAnDas are. Wagamama blind as fuck. He's so blind he can't see that invisible guy with the rapier. Enjoying your time, everyone, continuing to hang out once again. We have Lamo farming the spot lane. He has that rapier safely in his inventory, being safe from all harm, because no one on the QPAnDas lineup has space in their inventory to pick it up. Wagamama probably regretting that a little bit. And rapier is the pickup for Nature's Prophet. I'm not surprised at all to see this. I think it's the right call even. Nature's Prophet has to go big here. They're losing fights even with Divine Rapier Gyro, so...
Hand of God.
Hand of God being popped by Mini just because of the value. He's addicted to value. Addicted to value with the Hand of Gods. Shoving up to 2,100 gold on that Magnus. Porting in. Select gonna get spotted out. He's immediately trying to port, but there's Sheepstick, there's Skewer, everything. That's the death of Select. Does he have buyback? It says no with a question. Yeah, there we go. It's a yes. He has the buyback. So the push going to come out in this top lane from QE. They have to be moderately concerned about the bottom lane. Is pushing already towards them, has a rather large creep wave. Only one catapult, so not the worst thing unless there's no catapult there. But they do have the melee racks down, so it's going to continue gaining momentum. Leshrac going to pick up an Ag Scepter. So Pulse Nova going to be even doing more damage here in these fights. Can they get something done? Doubled Rapier that's a lot of physical damage, and I don't know what QPAnDas are going to be able to do about it. They got to kill at least one of these heroes down quickly. Do they have a gem up on anybody? Gem is up on Chen. Maybe not the best hero to be holding it, because it gets the feeling that Chen probably just going to die in these fights. Doesn't have a Ghost Scepter, which is basically completely necessary at this point, with 2 heroes on the QE lineup doing 500 damage a hit. That's scary. Almost 600 coming up, 550 from him now. Look at this little Dragon Rubik illusion. And QPAnDas is now heading into the jungle. No smoke up on anyone, I don't think. Didn't see a smoke. Selects the last one. No smokes. So not really sure what they're doing. If they're just trying to farm, can they be waiting out another Roshan? Still have 3 minutes. It's kind of a long time. So you're going to have to wait a while to really get it done if they want to go for something like another Aegis. Smoke is up, however, from QE. Where are they going? Are they going to get the backstab? They're pinging to go in the dire jungle, but they have to know now that the entire lineup is here. They have the high ground advantage. The courier's there as well. Rubik going to get one auto attack off on it, but not going to be able to do a ton. Here comes the initiation. Wagamama has already used the BKB. Trying to do whatever damage he can to the Gyrocopter. There's a Sheepstick there as well. but the tree's holding Wagamama in place. The reverse polarity going to land only on Dragonite. The second reverse polarity, however, catching Select. The Echo Slam doing so much damage in this flat cannon. They're already going down. It's 2 down, the Leshrac. And now Select trying to get away with that Sheepstick and the Surge, but not going to be successful. Sing Sing trying to flee. That's 3 heroes down from QPAnDas. No buybacks up on anyone but Wagamama. And might be spelling the end of their run here.
Here I am.
All are healed.
Here goes the tier 3 in the mid lane. Backdoor protection. Not going to save you from double Divine Rapier. Goes down immediately. Sharvik actually somehow miraculously getting that last hit. Don't know. Melee Rex going to go down. And there's the range Rex as well. Nature's Prophet going to rotate like 7-8 shot. The top melee Rex, there goes the range Rex, and it looks like they're just going to go immediately down to the bottom lane. Take that tier 3. Sing Sing trying to do some damage, but all he's really doing is being a minor nuisance. The ult really needs to be dropped. Lamo pops the BKB as well as the call down. Sing Sing going to be alive for the moment. Blinks out immediately. There is the homing missile coming out, but the melee Rex going down. The range Rex down as well. Wagamama gets the kill, picks up the Rapier. Can they get the second one? HS going to stealth away. So Rapier is up on the Dragon Knight. They're gonna do it, I guess. They're gonna have to force all the way in, just run up bottom lane. There's no tier 3 there, so it's the easiest lane. And Ping's already, I'm not sure if those, maybe they were thinking Nature's Prophet might be here. I don't know. They have to be moderately concerned about the Nature's Prophet backdoor, but if they're just sort of pushing, hoping to get through Mega Creeps, maybe they'll be okay. Here we go. This is going to be the final push of the game. QPAnDas completely on the back foot.
A healing hand.
And hitting the damage. Here we go.
Here I am.
Now they're going to have to get in a fight. Who are they initiating on? It's going to be HS. The Sheepstick is there. Not going to be able to get it in time. The reverse polarity not doing enough. Dragatail on HS doing a lot of damage. Can they get him down? He's going to survive for the moment. No gem. Buyback came out from Sharvik trying to do whatever he can. Wagamama going to go down. The second reverse polarity going to catch Sing Sing. That's going to be his death as well.
Nothing.
Select can be the only one left alive. Buyback coming out from Sing Sing on this puck. But they do lose the fight. They give the Rapier back. 2 gems laying on the ground right next to each other. Everyone with these gems. Double Rapier. No, they gave it back to the Gyrocopter. So they're going to have both their Rapiers back. Pinging the gems. Hey guys, there are 2 gems here. 1 for each eye.
Illusion.
And pushing up the mid lane now, QE. It looks like they're going to have this. No buyback up from Wagamama. As soon as they get close, the tier 4s are going to go down. Mega Creeps already killing one of them off. Before the heroes even get in range. And Lamo now going to lay into it. With the Gyrocopter, the second tier 4 is down. 30 seconds left on Wagamama's respawn select. Just not going to be able to do enough. BKB is there from Lamo. Ult comes out from Chen trying to keep him alive, but GG's called. QPAnDas gonna go down! QE. They take it. Double Rapier. It's too strong, too much physical damage. They just can't quite get it done, and they never really able to kill off that Nature's Prophet. It ends up 7-2 and 8. But several times where he just barely escaped with huge plays, especially stealing that Rapier in the top lane back. If they had lost that Rapier right then, probably would have been game in favor of QPAnDas, but he steals it, he teleports out, ends up buying a Rapier of his own, so that even when Wagamama gets that Rapier up on the Dragon Knight, he's just not enough. Just not taking enough. That's going to do it for this game. We'll see who we're going to watch for the next game in that round of 8, the quarterfinals. Thanks for coming, guys. My name is Knaz. Feel free to follow me on Twitch. I also have Twitter and Facebook accounts if you're into that sort of thing. They are available at the bottom of my Twitch page. And I'll hang around, put some music on, and we can watch about stuff for a little bit while we figure out what game we're going to next. And thanks for coming. Be right back.